Hey, welcome back to another Gamers Command video. Today we'll be opening two Tears of the Planet pre-release kits. Last time I opened some of these pre-release kits, I didn't really exactly get the best hits, but hopefully today we will see something nice. Tears of the Planet came out about 2 weeks ago, and it was relatively difficult for people to get because of the delayed release for whatever reason. But now here we are. The cool thing about Tears of the Planet is it is the first set in 25 sets to actually feature predominantly Final Fantasy VII characters. In fact, the entire main cast is featured in the set. That means nobody is misrepresented. The entire cast. And the pre-release kit. So what do we have? As our beautiful box topper or promo card, we have Red 13. And you see the Tears of the Planet pre-release stamp on the limit break, which is a full art promo card. And inside it, you'll also find these exclusive Square Enix Aerith sleeves. And then onto the packs. So Tears of the Planet, what a mouthful. And this set is also the first set in 25 years to have 4 words in its title. Normally, all of the Final Fantasy sets only have 2 words. Hidden Trials, Hidden Hope, Soldier's Return, Crystal Abyss, you name it, right? But Tears of the Planet, I wonder who decided to name it with such a mouthful of words. I mean, couldn't they have come up with something shorter? Anyway, so, oh, we got our first legend, Titus. This is another mono art Titus from 10. We've seen this guy, I think it was like a set or 2 before, another legend. They like to feature Titus quite often, huh? But yeah, speaking of the set, Tears of the Planet, extremely long name, probably call it Tears, because that's what you're gonna get when you're pulling in good, the Tears. A Drumlek, okay. So this set, quite interesting in terms of power level. It's definitely, in my opinion, something that will shake up the gameplay, because a lot of the cards have a lot of potential, I feel, especially the legend cards. Full art, Zaid from 11. I've never played the 11 set, the game, so I don't really know who this is. I have 0 attachments to him myself, but I think this card has potential. It reads back attack, and then when he blocks or does some other shenanigans, he'll force your opponent to sack a dull character. And there's a lot of ways to actually proc this thing to do something outside of combat damage as well. You can use summons who will repoint or make them fight, so that'll make the thing happen. And the cool thing is he can pump himself by 3,000 just by removing 3 ice cards. So blocking with him will always trade favorably, because you can remove cards to manipulate the power level. Edward, okay. But usually when you open these pre-release kits, full arts are not guaranteed. There are countless videos of me opening this stuff and me crying tears of not pulling any full arts. So a full art is a win, in my opinion. Shuyin. But yeah. Anyway, so to talk about the set itself, I think the chase card of the set is obviously our poster Flower Girl, Aerith herself, featuring one of the most iconic scenes in the game. where she is praying at the Temple of the Ancients right before tragedy strikes. And unfortunately, spoilers, it's a 20-year-old game if you haven't played it. Why are you even watching this video? Anyway, so unfortunately, it's one of those the most infamous and iconic scenes where she's praying and praying, and then yeah, tragedy happens. Anyway, some additional support we've gotten in this set is a lot of Type 0 class 0 cadets. I think those are pretty good in terms of making the deck viable. Something else we should talk about is Yuna with a very suggestive pose. I think this is one of the most expensive full arts in the set, $100. Yuna is a very popular character, so I can see why. But Tears of the Planet, in terms of collector's premium, is pretty good. It's one of the few sets in recent memory that I remember to come out and immediately be above $120 on the secondary market. Because before then, the last three sets, we had Hidden Hope, Hidden Trials, Hidden Legends. All of them came out and they were immediately less than $100 in terms of box price. So on TCG Player, when Tears of the Planet came out this 2 weeks ago, it was pretty expensive. When it first came out, it was $130 and now it's stabilizing at 120. So it's kind of exciting to see, you know, FFTCG products come out right out of the gate and have high demand. And I think I can see why, right? Because Tears of the Planet is one of those Final Fantasy VII centric sets. So there's going to be more people who are excited about opening this from a collecting perspective. And then you have the high premium from opening this product as well. You can get the full art Cloud, you can get the full art Aerith, which is very low in probability because pull rates are very, very slim. There is also the full art Yuna, which is also really nice. And obviously there's other characters that you know, have never received the full art before, including Barrett, Dyne even. Yeah, so I think this next to Soldier's Return is probably one of the sets that should go up in price in the long run, right? So this set, I think, is a hit because it has something for everyone. You have people who like the game for playing the game. Speaking of playing the game, Cognazzo, one of the stronger cards to come out, playing around with Golbez decks, making some splash. I'm seeing some play, especially because now Golbez can be summoned from Limit Break. Splashing Cognazzo into a deck is pretty easy. It's very good removal too. So Tears of the Planet, for some reason, I've heard from our Canadian friends that this set has been impossible to get. So if you live in the northern regions of North America, chances are you have been struggling to get this product. I don't really know what's going on, because this product comes from, I believe this is printed in, yeah, it's made in Singapore. So it's printed in Singapore and it's imported to the US. Now, when it's imported from Singapore, shouldn't that mean Canada is getting it from Singapore directly? Or do they get it from US distributors? It's kind of weird how the US always gets products, but Canada seems to have problems. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. But let's talk about the pricing of products, right? So most recently, the US has put tariffs against all imports. So I would imagine prices for future products will go up because that's how tariffs work. When you import a product, you have to pay extra for the import. So because this product is made in Singapore, that means all products moving forward will have a higher premium, depending on how much tariffs are put on the country. So what does that mean? So I think in my last video, I talked briefly about the price of the Legacy Collection. And there has been an announcement saying that the Legacy Collection will be reprinted in the near future. But I don't anticipate the price to go down from where it is right now because of import tariffs, you know? So, ooh, gold as full art. That's what I'm talking about. Oh boy. Look at that menacing Golbez. Okay, so back to tariffs, right? And why I think prices of cards might get raised in the future. Because right now, the Legacy Collection is around $100 per box, even though they're supposed to be retail for $60. The reprint has been announced, but I don't think that will affect the price too much because distributors will be slapped with tariffs, so they'll have to pay extra, and then they'll charge stores extra, and then the stores will charge you, the consumer, us, extra. So when the reprint comes, I can't imagine that the Legacy Collection will be cheaper than what it is to, well, it won't go back to $60, that's for sure. Whether or not it will remain at 100 or a little bit less remains to be seen, but I highly doubt the reprint will drop the price of those boxes. So it is what it is. Anyway, back to Tears of the Planet, the last pack. So far, did I get anything I want? I have not seen a single Barrett, and I have not seen a single Cloud. I've opened one box of this thing. I got 0 Clouds. So that would make this still cloudless, unfortunately. But yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, not too shabby. Did get 2 full arts out of this pile, Golbez and Zed. So yeah, not too bad. Better than some of the other openings I've done in the past. Anyway, so that's all for today's video. What do you guys think about Tears of the Planet? Are you excited to try out these new cards in the next competitive season? I will be doing a new video to cover the competitive season shortly, so look forward to that. Other than that, take care and I'll see you guys next time.